kirungi Julians.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kdr FM brings you all the stories. Kdr FM News, proudly sponsored by MTN.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tunga dakika 25 arshiringi 10 zonka nyigasta emwe not star ibiri emwe hash otoraneho daily bundle ninga kozesa my MTN app ogambe bei dondoro kuba kuturi kugamba hamwe twine kizibira MTN enkora n'obushosholeke nibikuratirwa MTN nerebera rushitongole cha Uganda Communications Commission.
Abantu nyina bakibale kagadi kakumiro na hadi hona mutabaruke habwo kuba byansika ruguza egabude obone baletere mibazi yona eyabuzireyira ikara no bya Kampala manya Kenya manya Dubai no gitoza hati nurekeraho genda mu batyasika ruguza yone mibaze roho okukebera omubiri gwono komanya na kyorwaire byona byabusa iwo kwenda kukebera computer kwigule ebinywa kandi inyo bakasitoma babo abakuru inyo bakubahereza special care bakusubuza green tea habeya yo musubuzi okuterwa mutwe kuterwa mutima ekiriro liro mubiri kuruma no kuzimba ebigere ulcers hanija sukari pressure kusanyarara omusujja ogutakira kurumwa omugongo kuruma munda amani geksaija nege kazi toine iwo karwara amaino habokwane oboka bakuletera mbazi gwa amaino okubakweta high quality toothpaste bakusemereza buhereza high naiwe buli kya baraza babahunya marunda town council hasanyuka bar and lodge kandi kuruga kya kabiri kya kasatu kya kana kya katano kya mukaga hamuna kya sande baba karuguza ha office zabwe enkuru ha muhanda gwa kikada waruga ha stand big bank hakona house ne kyapa kibahoja kwano kirora genda akasenti kogule mibazi niko bakwijanja bokire abokumanya bikiraho baza nabo ha 078 mukaga 13 04 00 na 0740 kenda na 5 10 23 yanshi together we share.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikuremera oburumi munyingo mu baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yakikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza migongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busasi bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handweleza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendeza omunyeto gwine oine kizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa baterwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange amuhanda gwa kizizi ogugenda vision hakiomba ko kyakona house haihine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba zesimu 0 kinana na mnana nsanju na msanju asatu na mnana na 0 mwenda nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi.
Esaha zikire msanje zeihangwe ohulirize Kdr 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN voice bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondoro migasita 10 ibiri mu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukubaza itwena titukwemerezebwa. MTN Uganda Limited nerolerwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good afternoon. It is exactly 1 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of Kdr News. Now the detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has hailed the Egyptian government and the people for the cordial relations between Uganda and Egypt. The president's message was delivered by the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabanja, during the celebrations of the National Day of Egypt that took place at Serena Hotel in Kampala. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni says that Egypt and Uganda share the waters of River Nile, whose source is Uganda, and that the Egyptians know that their lifeline depends on the Nile, and therefore preserving the Nile and its ecosystem is beneficial to all of us. He hails the Egyptians for their rich history that stretches back from the pyramids of Giza to the rich cultural and intellectual achievements of ancient civilizations. Egypt stands a testament to human integrity and perseverance. The president says that peace and security is an important area in which the two nations share values, with Uganda serving on the African Union Peace and Security Council for a total of 11 years so far, and where Egypt also serves as an important member. The president commended the Egyptians for supporting Uganda's development agenda in the fields of health, agriculture, trade, and education, among others. On his part, the ambassador of Egypt to Uganda, His Excellency Monza Selim, commends Uganda for its brotherhoodness and cordial relations. Egyptians mark the anniversary of the Egyptian Revolution of 1952 every 23rd of July, which led to the declaration of the modern Republic of Egypt, ending the period of the Kingdom of Egypt. It is the biggest secular public holiday in Egypt and is considered the National Day of Egypt, and the function was attended by several ambassadors from different countries, ministers, and other diplomats. Over to Kasese district, one person has died and 3 others seriously injured following a motor accident in Kilembesel along the Kasese-Bwera Road in Kasese district. The accident happened yesterday evening when a yet-to-be-identified driver of a Wish registration number UBR 686-B heading to Bwera collided with an incoming Tata truck registration number UAM 552-L as he attempted to dodge a stationary Sino truck registration number UBK 526-X. SP Mbusa Luke, the Rwenzori East Acting Police spokesperson, attributes the accident to reckless driving and overspeeding on the road. He adds that they have launched investigations to establish more details and apprehend the drivers of both vehicles who were on the run by press time.
Accident eno erimu fato abantu abasatu ababadde mu motoka ey'obuyonjo oba Wish yabadde bakasese egenda saidi z'embalala. Kati abasatu abo balumiziddwa bubi nnyo nnyo. Abasirikale bafa bagenze ku scene of crime oba awabadde accident bagenzeza kunyo okulaba nti abantu bano abalumiziddwa babatwale mu ddwaliro. Naawe twogerera baba kutubulira omwoha abantu abasatu omwafudde, naye tetunategeera bagamba mukyala twagala tufune ebimukwatako.
However, the Vice Chairperson, Local Council 1 for Kilembesel in Kasese Municipality, Aganatia Bwambali, has asked Uganda National Roads Authority, UNRA, to put humps on the road between Kilembe and Kikorongo to curb overspeeding. Elias Mumbere, an eyewitness, says that there is also need for law enforcers to regulate trucks that often break down and are left along the road. Moving on, the City Hall and Buganda Road Chief Magistrates Courts have remanded another group of people to Luzira prison on charges related to their alleged involvement in the anti-corruption protests that rocked the country on Tuesday this week. Several groups of people, majority of whom are youth, on Tuesday this week went on the streets with placards demanding for the resignation of the Speaker of Parliament, Anita, among whom they accuse of being corrupt. Whereas they protested about corruption in general across the country, placards targeting Speaker Among featured predominantly. As a result, on Tuesday, 54 people were charged and remanded to Luzira by various courts within the city, but more unknown numbers remain under police custody. Consequently, police, together with the prosecutors, yesterday arraigned before Grade 1 Magistrate Caroline Kyoshabire a group of 15 people, majority of whom were youth, and they were charged with common nuisance and being idle and disorderly, and remanded on 4 separate case files. Another group of 25 protesters appeared before the Kampala Capital City Hall Court and was also remanded on similar charges. All the accused persons have denied the charges against them, except one person who has been advised to change plea in the next session if he so wishes. For now, all the accused persons have been remanded until July 29th of 2024, pending allocation of the case files to different magistrates. This brings the total of the remanded and corruption protesters to 94. Now, away from that, the Joint Security Force has revealed that the Kenyan security has handed over 36 Ugandans who were arrested for conducting illegal political activities in areas of Kisumu, Kenya. The group, which identifies itself as the FDC Katonga faction, claims that they had gone to a leadership training in Kisumu for a week. The group were assembled at Kololo Independence Grounds before being handed over to the police in Uganda. Paul Mojisha, an external security officer, says the Kenyan government, in liaison with Uganda, found out that the said group had no contact person in Kenya, which made the Kenyan authorities suspicious. Samuel Makoka Mugeni, the group coordinator, says the aim was to improve FDC Katonga's leadership through skilling more members to get more skills, and was initially meant to happen in December before the delegates conference of the FDC Katonga. Mugeni says that in coordination with their top leadership, the group required a better environment than Uganda to train more young members leadership skills, which explains why they chose Ukweli Pastoral Leadership Center in Kisumu County. He, however, claims that upon preparing to meet for training, they were ambushed by unidentified people. The group, which includes 3 women, was handed over to police for further interrogation.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
Now for the news on the international scene, Kenya. Kenyan President William Samoei Ruto has named 4 ministers from the main opposition party in a bid to form a broad-based government. Hassan Joho is nominated as Cabinet Secretary for Mining, Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs. Wycliffe Oparanya designated as Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives, John Mbadi as the National Treasury Ministry, and Opio Wandai as Energy. The 4 politicians who are close allies of the Orange Democratic Movement leader Raila Odinga are part of the batch of 10 nominees announced by President William Samoei Ruto yesterday. In his first batch of the appointments last week, Kenya's president retired 6 former cabinet ministers. Protesters on social media accused the opposition of treason, some alleging a secret deal was brokered. The nominees still need to get the green light by Parliament. The week of turmoil in Kenya have led to dozens of deaths, the firing of most cabinet members, and calls for Ruto's resignation. Protests began with Kenyans rejecting a proposed bill to impose more taxes as millions in the country barely get by amid rising prices. The early tonight is 11 minutes past 1 p.m. As I wind up the newscast, a quick look at the top stories once more. President Museveni hails Egypt for cordial relations. 1 killed, 3 others critically injured in Kasese road accident. Another group of 40 remanded over anti-corruption protests. And President William Samoei Ruto nominates allies of opposition leader Raila Odinga to cabinet. That's it. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I wish you the best of your lunch. It is a Thursday afternoon and I wish you the best of it all.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kdr FM brings you all the stories. Kdr FM News, world's proudly sponsored by MTN.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo.
MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tunga dakika 25 ari shilingi 10 zonka.